Once again, I'd like to apologize for my video quality. I'm not in a smoky room. I'm simply waiting for them to come disassemble my screen and take out that piece. At any rate, this particular week is Unit 4, and it's specifically focusing in on advanced form creation techniques. And what happens is, as you get better at this, as you enter in data, as you're filtering things, you start to have greater needs in the forms, the pre-made forms allow. You start to want to do certain calculations. You start to only display things. You start to have sub-forms and eventually move to sub-reports and different things along those lines. And this week kind of focuses in on what happens as you want to do more advanced things with your database, what happens as it grows and you learn more about it. And what's good about these forms, and we talk about it in the discussion as well, is a lot of individuals, when they go about creating these things, don't know what forms they want. They're not real positive about what forms they're going to need, and they're not real positive until that comes about. Additionally, if you're using custom forms, they're very easy to add to it, so you can expand the form to add more information, to work with it and things along those lines. However, you should also be aware of the fact that, like for instance, a lot of things that I do when I was doing some database creation is I would use a basic form that was created using the templates that are already there, and then I would further modify it. So if the vast majority of the information you could get from a custom form and you just need to tweak it, sometimes it's better to go ahead and create the template form and then make the modification. So if that's something you need or something you want to consider, kind of keep that in mind as you go forward. Otherwise, the discussions have been good. Make sure that if you're, the one thing I would say, make sure that if you were discussing these things, that you bring in an SME and you give some sort of evidence as to why that person is your SME, your citations telling me that that's the person that's SME, or why you're the SME, and things along those lines, and add a little bit more meat to the post. Otherwise, it's been pretty good. The assignments have been excellent. As you get pretty fast feedback on your own grades, I'm sure you already know the vast majority. And though the discussions are a part, your meat and potatoes are really your quizzes and your assignments. And if you have any further questions, let me know. Otherwise, good job. The people are doing well. Thank you very much. Once again, Unit 4.